Okay, today's December 5th. Interesting day today. It's a Sunday. Um, Instead of going to church, we're going to temple, uh, Jewish temple. My mother wanted everyone to go to a Buddhist temple. And that was pretty interesting. It was a little, teaser, little taste of what's to come when I inevitably, hopefully, fingers crossed, I'm not going to jinx anything yet, go to Thailand in the summer for 8 weeks. And it was actually pretty cool. The service was not long by any means. I'll be honest, I didn't even pay attention to it. I was more just enamored by, you know, the my surroundings. It's in this gorgeous location, right in the hills. I took some pictures. It's got this beautiful Zen garden out front. And then like inside where they actually do the ceremonies, I don't know. It's gorgeous. They have all this gold up front and all this stuff. The one thing that I didn't like about it, and it's a common thing that I have with, Eastern religions in the West, is that it felt very westernized. And that was something that I didn't particularly enjoy. But that was going to be the case anyways. There was going to be, a swath of white people leading that sort of thing, especially in California. I mean, good God. But I didn't let that detract from how cool it was, and it was cool. It was cool to meet people. It's a very, very small temple. I don't know how it's, surviving like that. I mean, it is doing well for itself, but not a lot of people were there. Only about a handful. I mean, I could probably, it was less than like, gosh, it had to have been less than 50. And I know small churches that get less than 50, and they're much smaller. Cole's Church, for example. Yeah, I haven't shown Cole's Church. I might actually at some point. We'll see. But probably not. But, it was cool. It was cool, But yeah, so we did that. Got back and Revel had just, he was loud. He was, he says immature, like, I get it, he's 9, he's gonna say immature things, but when I was 9, I wasn't saying things like that. I mean, he's saying them for the sole purpose because he knows it's cute, because he knows he can get a reaction out of people, and that to me is just, it's just, the way that they just feed into that is just like, ugh, If I was saying what he said, I'd be told to shut up. If I was talking as loud as he was when my parents were talking, I'd get yelled at, and they favor him. But, I talked to my father about it, and they recognize it, and they're like, you're probably right. And they know that something needs to change. My brother, I said it's a big year for me. It's also a big year for him. He starts college. He's a senior in high school. I'm a senior in college. He's a senior in high school. So he moves out, at the end of the summer, this year. And once that happens, it's going to be a whole new world for that kid, hopefully. I'm sure I'll still, find something to be upset about, though, because I'm kind of an asshole about that sort of stuff, but it's whatever, Oh, while I'm at this, I should say, I'm probably going to delete all of these videos once this project is complete. I just kind of want to have it there. Delete, privatize, I'll do something with it, either way. Anyways, going back to the day, father and I watched Dolphins game. It's Sunday football. And oh my God, what a more, I don't think the day could have been more disappointing with that. We're Dolphins fans, and the Dolphins were, beating the Jets for a good while, but they were only doing, they were only winning by field goals, They were only winning by field goals. And fucking Mike McDaniels keeps calling these behind the line of scrimmage passes like every single time. And then when they're not doing a behind the line of scrimmage pass and going backwards, they're doing a through the middle fucking like run, and they just get smushed. And it's like, what the fuck is going on? So the Dolphins definitely need a new head coach. Mike McDaniels needs to go. I didn't expect myself to ever become a sports guy, but here I am. You know, especially for football. This has happened within the past like year or so. You know, I've never been one for sports, but you know, Mike McDaniels makes these shitty calls. Tua is injured. He didn't play this game, so they had like a second string quarterback playing, and he's a bitch. All of them are bitches, except for this one guy on the line, Campbell, and he's been in the league longer than fucking any of them. You know, and on top of that, even if the Dolphins did win that game, fucking the Broncos in Kansas City, they needed that game. They needed the Broncos to lose to the Chiefs in order. So they needed to win against the Jets, and then they needed to also have the Broncos lose against Kansas City, right? The Chiefs, best team in the fucking league. The Chiefs are number 1 in the fucking league. Like, they don't have to do anything. They can take a loss and be fine. And that's exactly what they did. They went, it was the final score was 0-38. How do you do that? How do you do that? That is so beyond me, you know? Anyways, what a fucking shitty game. On God. Like, ugh. I left like halfway through because just in the first quarter, Denver was up 14-0, and I was just like, oh, okay, so that's how it's gonna be. And then the Jets scored a touchdown, and so then it was 7-6 Jets, and I was just like, I don't want to be a part of this anymore. So that's exactly what I did. I went upstairs, watched a few episodes of House of Cards, real good stuff, and eventually I got tired because I was watching it on pirated sites. You know, watching this stuff on pirated sites. Or not watching it on pirated sites. I was not watching it on pirated sites. So I'm watching it on my not pirated sites, and I can't get the subtitles to work, and I'm like, okay, I'll just go ask for the Netflix password. You know, and so I go and ask for the Netflix password, and I can't find it. So I just ended up watching it downstairs, and that's kind of where I ended up watching House of Cards, you know? But yeah, that's kind of all I did today. Nothing super crazy. Other than that Buddhist temple, which is pretty cool. But yeah, that's kind of all I got. I'm trying to think of anything else. I'm gonna give myself 5 seconds. Nope, that's it. I don't have anything else.